Hello everyone, thank you for joining me. This is Faiza from Tailored by Faiza, and in today's tutorial we'll try to make a vinyl book cover together. To be honest, I've never done this before, so we will do this together. This is an Arabic book and I have personalized it with the name of my daughter. It's embroidered in Arabic. First I'll tell you the idea of it, and then we'll go about how to take the measurements and how we'll try to sew it together. Ideally, I want the book cover to have a pencil pocket inside so that she can put her pencil inside. I would like to have a bookmark so that it's easier for her to follow along. For that, I'll be using a lace, piece of any lace. This is a scrap piece of vinyl that I will be using to finish off the edge. And ideally, I would like to have a Velcro closure so that once she's done, she can close it. Now, I'm not so sure if I'll be able to do this all, but let's see. Okay, now let's talk about the materials. Material you need is vinyl, whatever the material you're using for the book cover. I'm using lace for the bookmark. You can use the same vinyl piece. You can just fold it like this and give it a stitch line. If you're using a fabric, you have to do it inside out and pull it out and then do it. Vinyl doesn't need inside out stitching. It will never fray, no edges to worry about. This is a piece, okay, this pencil pocket piece is actually 5 inches by 2 inches. This is for the Velcro closure. I'm not so sure if this is going to work, but what I've done is this piece measures 3 inches by 2.5 inches. And instead of folding it like this, I have folded like this and it's overlapping. Somehow I have a feeling it will sit better in this way. Let's see. I have eyeballed it and cut it into this shape. For the Velcro, I have it by the yard. I'm not so sure how much will I end up using. And this is a scrap piece that I'll be using for the lace, end of the lace. This is not even 2 inches. This is 1 inch by 1.75 inch. Okay, and for the lace, I have taken the lace longer than the width of the book. It's actually 2 inches longer than the width of the book. Now, how much material do you need? How will you measure that? How much material do you need? I'm using a vinyl that comes in a roll, so I don't have a choice. It comes, mostly the vinyl roll comes in 2 lengths. One is 12 inches and one is 15 inches. My daughter happens to like this one, so this was only available in 12 inches. It's 12 inches by 53 inches, so the width is 12 inches. But if I would have a choice, I would have taken it a little longer, probably about 2 inches extra width-wise. So how you measure the width of the book is from this to this point. This is how wide it has to be, and for the end, you'll put it right here and go across the book like this. Lay it flat, just like this. So this is the measurement that you need for your book. Now you need 2.5 inches to 3 inches extra on each side to make a book cover so that it can fold inside. I'm taking 3 inches because I wish to put this, so I have taken 3 inches. Okay, so once you have your measurements ready and you have cut your material, then you would like to make some marks. First, you open this. If you would like to personalize it or do anything on the top, do it before you do anything else. Fold it into half, and hand press it. You cannot use iron with the vinyl. You cannot use pins. So please keep in mind, if you're using vinyl, those are the 2 things that you cannot use. So you will be hand pressing it to create a crease, and it will distribute it into 2. Now this center line is basically where you are going to put your book. And then you can use a pencil or anything to make marks over here. This is basically the marks where you'll do the stitch. Now you'll fold it, you'll set the book inside, and you'll open it, and you'll fold it like this so that you can make another crease over here. Do the same on the other side. Open the book and tightly make a crease. You don't want it to be loose. Tightly make a crease like this. If you're using a fabric, you can use an iron, but for vinyl, it has to be done with hands only. Okay. Now, it is very important that when you are making a book cover and you are making a measurements, you're making this crease, you have to fold the book. Reason, when you open the book, there's a gap over here. You see this gap? If you not keep this gap, the book will not open. So always make these creases when the book is closed. That's very important. Once you are set with all the markings, your book is set and everything, all the creases are set, you basically need to fold this, the pretty sides together, just like this, and sew it. A straight stitch over here and a straight stitch over here. But I am planning to put the pocket and a closure and a bookmark, so I have to do that first. For the bookmark, I will be sewing it right here. This was my middle crease, so I'm going to make few stitches right here. I'll show you when I'll be sewing that. Before that, I'll finish this piece off from here so that the lace doesn't unravel. I'll give a stitch over here. And then the other thing that I need to prepare is the pocket. So for the pocket, I'm just eyeballing it, that where should I put it. So this is 5 inches by 2 inches. I'm going to stitch it just like this. This will be open, and then I'll make a stitch line in between so that she can put 2 pencils or pen or pencils or whatever she wants to. She has pocket for 2 things. So first I'm going to sew this. Second, I'm going to sew the bookmark. And then I'll try to sew this. Once these 3 things are done, then we'll do the final stitching of this. And then I'll tell you how it's going to fold on its own. Okay, so the first thing is that I am finishing off this edge. So I've leveled it on both sides and I'm going to stitch over here and over here. This is going to be a straight stitch. This is a little bit more wider, so I'll probably cut about a little more. I'm just eyeballing it, so I'm not so sure how much I'm doing it. Okay. Okay, now it looks better to me. So I'm going to stitch over here and stitch over here. Okay, so this is how it looks like. I'm going to cut the axis off. All right, so my bookmark is ready. I'll cut the tail off later on. There we go. So this is ready. Now I'm going to sew this. Remember, overlap and then stitch it all across. All right, so this is how it turned out. Now I will be putting Velcro right here. This is ready. This is ready. And so this. Okay, so this is done. Now I'm going to put the bookmark. So this is the middle crease. Sew it right here. Okay, so to sew this, first I need the other piece from here. The challenge with vinyl is that you cannot use pins, so you have to be very, you have to mark things out. You cannot use pins, you cannot use iron, so you have to do things by creasing it down. Okay, so I've got the center line, and this is where I'm going to put this. Okay, so once these seams are done, then we have to sew this thing. It will look like this. Once these seams are done, it will look like this. So we have to fold it like so, and then we have to give a stitch right here. Now we're going to flip this out. Okay, so we have made it. It's all ready. I think I need to put some weight on it. Now let's test it out if it's going to fit the book or not.